In another life, across the sea or somewhere just as far away, I was Junior Field Medic Kiri Amaranth. Now it's usually just Kiri. It's been 14 years, 3 months, and 28 days since I've been home. I'm almost 200 years old, and sometimes I still catch myself counting the hours. I miss home, but more than home, I miss her, the Queen. The last time I saw her was when she was captured in the final days of the war, right before my exile. I just can't help but feel restless in this place. I guess that's why I took up wandering. But it hasn't been all bad. There are wonderful people in this part of the world. There's beauty, both natural and magical, just waiting to be found. And this is where I met Dev. They're not quite like anyone I've encountered before, but they remind me of home. It's been nice to have someone to travel with again. But I still call out to her every night. She never answers. I don't know if she's still out there, still alive, but I have to have faith. For myself, for my people, and for my queen.
Hi there. I'm Devereaux Thistlebrook. My family owns Featherdown Traders. It's a small farm and general merchant operation headquartered in the small hamlet of Featherton. It's just on the other side of the hills outside of Faybreach. The farm produces wonderful cheeses, and they grow, dry, and distribute many different blends of tea. My younger sister Desiree is taking over the family business for my mother. But me? I guess I'm a bit of an oddity in halfling culture. You see, most halflings are perfectly content to stay home and keep a predictable, dull routine. Ugh. Me, though? I don't care for business or homesteading or any of that predictable stuff. It's boring, mundane, sedentary. So I've decided to spend my life as an explorer, just like my dad before me. There's always so much out there to see. Plants, animals, and all manner of fantastic creatures. I just gotta get out and see it for myself. So, I use some of my skills to act as a cartographer and guide for hire for other adventurers and travelers. I also keep a journal of all my own experiences, and I catalog the strange and wonderful things that I've seen in my trips. Someday, I hope that I'll write a book of my own. And when it gets published, I can be famous. Well, I can be more famous than any other halfling I've ever heard of in the realms. You know?
Why, hello there. I'm Salix of the Evertrees. I was raised by my parents in the massive forest just south of Valzara with my brother Kendall. We are only about a year apart in age, and we've always been really close, but we're pretty different. I'm a druid of the land, tasked with the care of a very old willow tree. The magic was strong in my blood when I was younger, so I was marked with ink I made from her bark. Kendall, not so much. A while back, I also heard of the god Cord, and it struck something in me. Since then, I've been training with the monks at the monastery outside Valzara to answer the call of the Stormlord. I don't know what he has in store for me, but I know it's something important. I recently also had to get Kendall out of some trouble he got himself into after he decided to leave our people. Now we're on the road for adventure. I don't want to live without him. We belong together like tea and honey. I don't know how far I can go from my tree, though. No one in our community has ever left their grove for very long or gone very far. But I guess we'll find out. Willow will be safe with Mother and Father. I hope.
Hi there, my name's Kendall Evertree from the Evertree Grove. It's a pleasure to meet you. Where are you from? Wait, no, that's not what this is about. Let me start from the beginning. I'm Kendall. Kendall Evertree, and I was born to the Evertree Grove. The Evertree Grove is south of Alzara. Normally an elf born into the grove becomes a druid, and becoming a druid means that you bond to a tree and you forever take care of it to make sure nothing ever happens to that tree. Now, although there's nothing wrong with that, that just wasn't me, which is a little strange, specifically because my mom and dad are the elders of the grove, and their firstborn is kind of expected to go down that same line. And to be honest, most everybody in the grove is a druid. Okay, everybody in the grove's a druid except for me. I'm actually quite proud of that. There isn't really anybody in the grove's history who didn't bond to a tree. Now, it kind of labeled me as an outcast, but that's okay with me. I don't plan on staying around too long, and I've actually left already, but I got myself into trouble. The trouble always seems to find me somehow. It's definitely not my fault. I don't care what Salix tells you. Oh yeah, and how could I tell you about myself without telling you about Salix? Salix is my younger sister and my best friend. She's basically the grove's prodigy. She's the best druid I've ever seen. And, well, she keeps me out of trouble. We do everything together, and, well, she's my voice of reason, and without her, I don't know what I'd do. But now we're going out into the world, and we're going to explore. We're going to see every corner of this world, and the realm, I know, has a lot to offer. So if you have any place that you know is amazing, just send me a message. I'd love to see it. Well, anyways, I'll see you around.
Welcome to the stream. What are y'all doing? What's wrong with y'all? Welcome to Open for Adventure. I'm your host and Dungeon Master Camille, and these are my friends. They're fucking weird. They're only my friends on Sunday, though. The rest of the time. Exactly. Oh, here we go, friends. Where did we leave off last? Eris? Hold on. Are they in? They're not. Fuck y'all. We can't hear y'all. I have never done this before, ever. Okay. Now you can be heard.
They missed all of our great opening zingers.
I was gonna. Oh man, there was so much
missed all
there.
of
I
it.
was gonna say we should have Kendall tell us what happened last time.
Yeah, we should have Kendall tell us what happened. Kendall, what happened last time on Dungeons and Dragons? First of all, we have, this is the first time you've caught the stream, this is a group of adventurers, 4 of them specifically, and they are in the town of Ilverness. And
Right.
what happened when they got to Ilverness?
Okay. So we got to Ilverness, and Carrie left us. They went to go take care of their shield and left a note for Dev, but I didn't actually read it. Went downstairs. We had a lot of bacon, and then just for fun, we decided to go see the fortune teller. I'm not one for fortunes, but well, after we had our fortunes, or they had their fortunes read, I wasn't too fun to get mine either. But we went back home, and I guess I got curious. And something pushed me, and I went to go get my fortune told too. And I regretted it. I still regret it, knowing the future isn't always the best, and well, especially when you already know what's in the future for you, or at least I suspected. Now, Sura was honest and strong and beautiful, and she called me back, so I went back. Now, my absence never goes unnoticed by Salix, but I'm pretty sure I was able to manage that pretty well. She didn't suspect a thing afterwards, honestly. But then, as things happen, somebody took Sura. They kidnapped her and they burned down her tent. And now we're gonna find them. Or I'll do my best, because nobody in Ilverness bothers to do anything because there's always an excuse not to do something. And here we are.
Beautiful. That was a great intro, actually. The last we left off, Salix was in wolf form, and she had discovered that the scent of Sura, and had actually in her form discovered that Kendall had gone to visit Sura the night before as well. That was pretty clear.
Wolves are really good at smelling things.
They are.
And to be fair, Salix isn't a stranger to how biology works.
No?
But, it's...
So, Salix is in wolf form right now, and you have just picked up the scent of Sura and the people who took her.
I run back to my brother, look him in the eyes, sniff the ground twice, paw, look back, and back up slightly.
This way, huh? Dev, did Kiri say when they'd be back?
No, they didn't. They said maybe a day or two. So, any minute now? I really have no idea.
I snort, look back towards the direction that Kiri possibly went, and then look back at the trail.
I know you want to go look for Kiri first, but do you honestly think we have time to waste?
I start following the trail.
I'm getting antsy, and I'm just kind of pacing and following. I'll follow after you if you start walking that way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, and I follow behind Kendall.
Is there anybody still around us?
There's a few townspeople. You can see that the smoldering ruins of her tent have attracted a lot of attention. So there are people standing around and kind of arms crossed, like a car crash. Everybody stops and looks.
I think it was Anna that we were talking to last.
Larkin, actually.
Larkin, yeah. I'll turn to Larkin and I'll tell them if it's not too much trouble when you see another elf by the name of Kiri. Tell them we went this way.
Oh, okay. Okay, sure. You see Anna comes up. Anna comes up behind her. Bubblegum pink hair. Bouncy. I think she's a human. Bouncy figure. Oh, I think I saw your friend.
Where did you see her? Where did you see them?
Kiri, where would you be? At this particular point in time.
At this particular point in time, a library, a bookshop, or somewhere quiet where one could sit down and write.
Right. You have completed the task that you asked me about, just so you know.
Okay, sure, yeah. Because of the nature of that task, could I take one level of exhaustion for, having done it through the night and the nature of what exactly it was?
Happily.
All right. Sorry, everyone.
Don't be sorry. It's good for the story.
Yeah, don't be sorry. We're gonna have to get Kiri quick.
They're not half elf, the elf. I saw them, leaving the bookshop, maybe like 20 minutes ago.
20 minutes ago. And I motioned to Salix and Dev, we should go get them quick because we don't have any time to waste. And I start sprinting towards where I think the book store is.
Sure.
I let out a little yelp, shake my head, and follow the trail. I turn around, stop, put my mark on the ground, and then turn around and continue following the trail.
So
Kendall-
you can follow Salix's trail if you need to.
Kendall and Kiri are going to be much faster than me, so I'm going to start following after Salix now so that I don't slow people down as we get moving.
You got it.
Okay.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
In my wolf form,
Mm-hmm.
am I large enough to carry Dev on my back?
100%.
Okay, I will, seeing them start to come after me, I will turn around, like circle back and kind of lower myself to let them on.
As I get closer, as I'm running, I'll say, I hope this is okay, and I'll grab Dev under their arms and just plop him on top of Salix.
This is like something out of a storybook. Okay, let's go. And I just
Kind of shift a little, and then I start following the trail again. First at a quick pace, and then as the trail starts to be more fresh, I will slow down and start trying to stealth.
All right. Let me get your survival check at advantage because you are following a scent. And a stealth roll.
Let's see, survival.
Isn't it great to actually have D&D Beyond this week?
Yes. 21 for the survival.
Okay.
And then stealth. You were the winner last time. Let's go with that. That's not bad. 14 on stealth.
Okay. You feel pretty stealthy. It is a little hard for you to kind of remain very quiet when you have Dev on your back. So you feel that might be contributing to your kind of ability to be quiet. You still feel pretty good about your movement and your sneakiness.
Not quite as light on my paws right now. It's fine.
I have a question. I'm sorry. Did we go after the scent of the mercenary or the mobsters, or did we go towards Kiri?
You, Kendall, Salix and Deborah are going, it looks like they are, correct me if I'm wrong, going towards the scent, and you are going to go get Kiri?
Okay, perfect. That's what I wanted.
Perfect.
Yeah. Before walking off, I put my mark with a claw, and as I go, I will occasionally mark.
Okay. Kendall, make an investigation check very quickly.
That's a 22.
Okay, if it's very easy for you to find Kiri. Kiri, what are you doing whenever Kendall finds you? What's going on?
Currently I am walking back to the inn, which everyone else is staying at after probably having to ask around to find out where it is. And yeah, I'm just kind of walking back.
Kiri seems a little tired, kind of gaunt features, dark circles under their eyes.
Kiri.
Yeah.
Kiri. It's
Yeah.
Kendall.
Hey.
Oh.
Yep.
Hey. I need your help. We need your help, all of us.
Okay. What happened?
I'm sorry. I can explain later, but I messed up, and we need to fix something.
Okay, sure, but how about you explain along the way?
Okay, let's go. As long as we're
All right.
going, and yes.
Sure. Yeah, let's go.
As you're walking, you turn around and start to follow that trail. Give me a survival check with advantage because you're following your sister. She's not too far ahead of you.
I'd like to walk briskly.
Okay.
That's a. You say survival?
Mm-hmm. With
That's just
advantage.
with advantage.
Yeah, with
Okay.
advantage.
Perfect. That's 15, 18.
Okay, it's pretty easy for you to follow your sister's trail. What happens on the way?
Carrie. Somebody's hurt. Somebody could be getting hurt now, and we need your help to find them and get them out of this situation because apparently nobody in this town does anything.
Okay, but why are we involved? I mean, don't get me wrong. If it's just because somebody needs help, sure. But you seem a little urgent.
I don't know how to explain it, but I have a feeling that if I hadn't gotten involved, maybe this wouldn't have happened.
I know what that's like, so I'm right beside you.
I'm sorry, Kiri. It's hard to talk about, and it's just something that I'm sure Salix can fill you in better than I could.
Kendall, it's fine. I of all people understand there are plenty of things that, we don't want to talk about, and that's fine, but you're my friend.
No, I want to
if
talk
you-
about it. I just You ever want to talk about something you just can't? You just can't get it out. You can't find the words. You can't explain how or why things happen or why you can or can't say something. I'm just afraid for the
That's
people that
okay,
I
too.
care about, that's all.
Sure. Well, like I said, I'm right beside you. Now,
I take a deep breath and I say, then maybe we should let's see if we can catch up to Dev and Salix because they went after the mobsters already.
mobsters.
Mobsters. Did I say lobsters? No. Okay, hold on. Yeah, apparently mobsters burn your things down if you're different or something. I don't know. I don't know why, but nobody else will find out, and I think we need to. Or at least I do. I need answers, I think.
As a heads
This all
up,
sounds very fey. I feel right at home.
everybody has an advantage. And Kendall, you actually were given another advantage as well, so you have 2.
Thank you.
After, it does not take you nearly as long as you fear to catch up to your sister and Devereaux. Kiri and Kendall, you have very long strides, and so you're able to pick up the pace. Salix, this trail leads you north into the base of the mountains, into the base of the White Cliffs. The area surrounding you is bitter cold. There's still snow on the ground, ice packed in underneath that. The trees are evergreen up here, tall, thick, full. The underbrush is minimal, and there do not seem to be a lot of signs of life where you are currently going. This trail continues to head north for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour. After about 30 minutes, your Kendall and Kiri do join you, but it continues to go forward. Do you follow?
Yes.
Okay. I would like a
Kiri.
group stealth check, please.
Oh no. Carrie, look, I'm riding a wolf.
I'm actually going to use one of my advantages.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use my halfling luck and re-roll that one I just rolled.
Halflings are the best.
I doubled
got-
it. It's an 11 now.
That's not how numbers work.
I ended up
I
getting
got a 16
Okay.
as the wolf.
Actually, I got a 16 total as well.
Kiri.
I got a 12 minus 1 for 11.
I forgot my
I'm not gonna
modifier.
I already have disadvantage. I'm not gonna bother.
Oh no.
It's a 13.
Okay, so nobody roll. Okay, we got 2 16, a 13, and an 11. Okay. Okay. So you're all rushing forward, not really bothering to cover your tracks, or a few times, Kiri, your armor causes you to stumble and fall behind for a second, and you rush to catch up. Eventually, the pines grow thicker, and you notice the elevation is changing quickly. You can see the base of some smaller mountains nearby, and this trail actually leads you to the opening of a darkened cave.
I don't like the looks of this.
Salix, do you have advantage on perception based on smell and sound? Or is it just smell? As a wolf.
Hearing or smell.
Okay. And what's your passive perception?
Passive perception as the wolf is 16. And same for myself.
Mm-hmm. Okay. As you reach the entrance of this cave, you can hear on the inside low murmurs. A fire crackling. What sound like hymns? It's I'm sorry.
I was
sorry.
going to say, I will.
Go ahead.
As soon as I start hearing that, I will slow down, stop. I assume that I was probably in the lead.
Yeah.
And essentially look at everybody else. And then super slow creep to get more information.
All right. The rest of you catch up with her. Her and Devereaux. Does anybody have a passive perception that's higher than a 16? I don't think so. I think it's just... Okay. Yeah, as you pause, you start to continuing to hear these murmurs, these like low chants. Something is happening inside this cave, and it's maybe 50 feet in. This is a longer cave. Maybe it might even be a system of caves.
Does it smell like there's anyone nearby? At least from...
Make a survival... Would you rather make a survival or a perception check? I'll let you choose. Either one will work.
Perception, I suppose. Actually, they're the same. It doesn't matter. They're
Okay.
the same. 19.
There does not appear to be anybody nearby.
Oh, you know what? I'm
Like-
going to use perception with my
Advantage.
my smell
Yep.
so that I can...
Go ahead.
Nope, that's fine. We're going to take that 19.
Definitely. So you do not sense that there is anybody directly like out and about. You sense that there are people who have come and gone from this area, maybe in the last 2 hours or so. And you sense that maybe anybody who's here would be inside.
Yeah. So I suppose I get as close as I can be while still under a good amount of cover.
Okay.
And then sit on my haunches, kind of shrug Dev off and look at my brother, tilt my head.
I walk up, seeing all of this, and I crouch next to Salix, and I'll ask her, can you smell or see anybody in there?
I snort out and I do like a low growl, just a very, very soft one.
I think I should go in there and see. I'll put my bow away and I'll start reaching for my short swords.
Maybe you both should go. Just gonna throw that out there.
I nod. And then I touch my nose to Dev's shoulder and nod at Kiri.
I don't understand that gesture. Do you want me to stay with Kiri?
Yeah, go ahead and stay here.
I look back at I shake my head and look back at the cave.
Oh, we're all going. Okay.
Just let us go in first and then follow in behind, okay?
All right, we'll give you like a 10-second head start.
We should probably give him a little more than 10 seconds.
Okay, 15 seconds.
My tongue lolls out.
I'm just kidding. Of course, we'll wait for you a little bit.
Okay. And I'll actually take the lead on this one. And well, as long as Salix allows me, but I'll crouch and I'll start entering the cave as long as I don't immediately see anyone.
Okay.
I will follow behind and slightly to his right, in a low crouch as well, still in wolf form.
Okay. As you all walk in, you both have dark vision, so even though there's no light in here, you can still see in dim shades of gray. It is dark, eerie. The tunnel is maybe a foot or so above your heads, maybe 6 or 7 feet on either side of you, heading straight in. After about 10 or 15 steps, you hear skittering above you. And as the both of you look up, you see a massive, giant spider, hundreds of eyes bearing down on you. Its huge tentacles coming out, dripping with saliva. I need you to roll initiative.
Yes.
Alrighty then. That's gonna be a 6.
What are those called? What are these? Pincers?
Fangs.
Pincers.
Tentacles!
Tentacles are like
Mandibles.
Mandibles! Thank you!
mandibles.
Fuck
There we
y'all!
go.
Mouth fingers?
Oh, no, I don't like that.
Spider teeth.
Oh gosh.
I hate y'all.
Well, while they're heading in,
Yeah.
I turn to Kiri in the bush, and I smile. I say, Kiri, did you get everything you needed to get done?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. I missed you, so while you were gone, I drew you something. And I pull out a little piece of paper, and I show you this.
My God.
I knew you'd come back, but I know we're busy, but I wanted to show you. I'll give it to you when we get back to the tavern.
you, Daph.
I wish I'd changed the music for that, but it's fine.
Oh my
I
gosh.
can't. I'm done. Take inspiration, Devereaux. Ah, bless. Okay, what did y'all get for initiative? Salix?
I got an 8.
Hey, I got a 6.
No
I rolled
way!
a 6, but I have a +2. Haha, take that, Fuzzy.
I rolled
Who's
a
Fuzzy
4.
now?
Jeez. Starting to wither away like petals.
Okay. The giant spider only rolled just barely above you. So it is going to open its maw, and shoot out a web at you. I don't know spider anatomy, friends. I'm not really very good at this, but it's fine. We're doing the best we can. It's huge, and it's gross, and it's awful, and it's slimy. And it's going to shoot a web attack at you, Kendall. I'm like, how do I play Dungeons and Dragons? Oh, great. Does a 22 hit?
Why, yes it does.
All right, you are encased in webbing. You are restrained. You can use your action to break it, and you feel like it could also be destroyed. But for the moment, you are officially restrained. You did not take any damage, though. Salix, you're behind. Is that correct?
Yes.
You hear some skittering behind you, and are scared nearly half to death. Oh gosh, that's a 16. As another giant spider comes up, and you feel its legs come up your back, and it bites down onto your shoulder. That's gonna be a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit. I yelp in pain.
Please take 7 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, fun. Okay, Oh, I'm going to use my advantage on that.
Mm-hmm. You better, because this is...
I definitely am glad I did that, because I went from a 6 to an 18.
There you go.
Constitution is a +1, 19.
That is a success. You are not poisoned.
Yay.
Okay. You do take 4 points of poison damage, though, as you feel this poison start to slip into your bloodstream, but you're able to kind of knuckle down and shove this creature away.
Okay, so that was 8, and then 8 first,
8, then
and then
4. Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. Actually, you know what? At that, I revert back to my own form.
Oh, do you? Oh,
Yes.
okay. Salix is no longer a wolf.
Nope. So I yelp in pain, and as the poison hits, my wolf form just kind of melts right back into me.
And it is your turn.
Yay! I feel like I would start with my... Can I start with my spear in my hand?
Let's do it.
Yes, okay.
It's a free action.
I will immediately attack the spider that just bit me.
Okay. It is all up in your business, as the kids say.
Yes. That is a 21 to hit.
That does hit. These things are not hard to hit.
Perfect. I'm fine with that. And that is all. That's not very good. 5 piercing damage.
With your spear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Bonus action. Bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and plant this spear that I just stabbed him with in the ground and raise my leg up and try to kick it.
Let's see.
Yes.
Let's have it.
Oh, that was really good.
AC's a 14.
Yes, I rolled a 15.
Beautiful.
And then, oh, that's just a D4. Haha! Yay, monks! Darn it! What's with these ones? 5, kicking damage.
All right. You have broken off one of its mandibles, and you watch kind of this ichor leak from its face. Kendall, it's your turn.
Okay, so first thing I want to do is try to get out of this web.
Okay, you want to use your action to bust out?
Yeah.
Give me a strength check.
Can I use, since I had my swords in my hand, can I try to finagle?
Sure. Make an attack roll.
Sure, yeah, I can do that.
I think you might be at disadvantage. Yep, you're at disadvantage.
Okay, so.
Because you are stuck into your swords.
Well, that makes it an 11.
That's it. Oh, that's so close. That's what you needed, though. Roll for damage, just so I know you can bust out of it all the way.
Oh, okay. That's 5.
That's what you needed. I'm kidding you not. AC 10, hit points 5. All right, you are. What does this look like as you slash out of your?
So I had him down. So I'll move one of my wrists to catch like the webbing under one of my swords, and I just flick it forward to cut through it, and with both my arms, just like throw it off of me.
Yeah, you do so. You still have another attack, I think. Nope. You only get one attack right now, right?
Well, I have 2 weapon fighting.
You do, so you can make a bonus action attack if you'd like.
Well, question for you, actually, was that did I use up an action or a bonus action?
That's an attack action.
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah, one attack action.
As a bonus action, actually, I want to use my planar warrior ability.
Okay.
So after I do that, I take a deep breath, and anybody who can see like this green blackish smoke come into my mouth, and then I'll breathe out. I'll get you. And then it like shoots back out, and it kind of like hits the spider and kind of engulfs it before it disappears.
Beautiful. It's the spider's turn. All right, this one on you is, even though you are gotten out of its web, it's going to make a bite attack on you. That's going to be a 19 to hit.
Yes.
I'm rolling really well, y'all. Please make, you're going to take 7 points of piercing damage, and please make a Constitution saving throw. And the second one's going to come on you, Salix, again, with another bite attack.
7 damage.
It's a 9
and
plus
then
5. 14? Salix? Okay.
I take my spear and kind of hit it to the side.
Yeah.
I had a 14 for Constitution.
That's a success. You're only going to take 4 points of poison damage.
Additional on top of the 7, yeah?
On top of the 7, correct. Devereaux and Kira, you can begin to hear this. Are you going to go after? Would you all like to participate, or are you going to leave them to their devices?
Doesn't sound like they're being very sneaky.
No, I think they probably found some trouble.
We should go help, shouldn't we?
Yeah, we should.
Okay. And I start running, and I'll draw my sword.
Your sword? You have a sword?
My sword! I have a sword!
What kind of sword is it?
It's a short sword.
Oh.
It's a really short sword.
All right, I'm going to put y'all at the bottom of the initiative if you're okay with that. So,
How far ahead are they?
about 25. Oh, goodness, that's a good point. How 25 feet? So you would be able to get there on your turn
Okay, with a dash or without a dash?
without a dash. So yeah, you
Without
could
a
get
dash,
there
okay.
and then see what's going on, take in the situation, and then do what you're gonna do. It is a very narrow hallway though. So as the two of you run up, you see a spider between you and Salix, and then Kendall, and then another spider on the other side of Kendall. There's Devereaux could probably get in between, but Kira, I think that there's not enough room for you to navigate around your friends.
Sure, yeah, that makes sense.
All right, we'll start with you, Kiri.
Actually,
I lied. I'm sorry. Devereaux has a higher dex, so let's go with Devereaux first.
yeah.
Kiri, look! It's a pair of massive orb spinners! These guys are particularly poisonous, aren't they? I hear that they can really give you the runs if they bite you.
Dev, tell us later. Wait, can I hear this? Would I be able to hear all this?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Dev, the history lesson comes after.
Okay. I run in and I will try and stab the butt of the giant spider that's being attacked by Salix.
Okay, make an attack roll, please.
Ooh, I'd love to. I'd like to do better than that.
You-
So
You do have one advantage.
I sure do. I just need to check my my attack action. With my short sword, I get a +4. So I'll use one of my advantage to reroll that. Oh yeah, 21's much better than a 10.
That does hit.
Awesome. So I'll roll my damage.
Let's have it.
Yay! Oh, cool. 4 damage as I cut at it. Hey, I'm doing my best.
You give it a paper cut. It's very scary. It's a very hairy butt, to be fair.
I think I hit it. Did you know that they're 80% extra flesh?
Kiri, what are you gonna do?
Is there one that I can just run up to and hit with a hammer?
Yes, there is. It's the one that's
Then
on
I'm gonna. Yeah, sure. I'll go up and take a swing at it. I don't get disadvantage on attacks with 1 level exhaustion, do I?
That's a great question. I do not think you do. I will check, but go
Alright.
ahead and roll out a straight roll, and if we'll handle it.
All right, that is a 14 total.
That will actually hit.
All right,
Yes, it's just ability checks, so you are good.
just ability checks.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so that is 9 damage total.
9 damage total. Y'all are
Yep.
wearing it down slowly but surely. It looks like it's, as you slam it into it with your hammer, you break through its exoskeleton, and it lets out a terrible scream. Ah! I know y'all appreciate that when I do that, so that was for you.
I very sincerely do.
And it begins to spin around and turn on you, Kiri. Salix.
Well, as it's spinning, I'm going to continue attacking it both with my spear and my wonderful feat.
Is flanking a thing?
That's
It's
Not
not
in this
weird,
game. I will
but
give you. I do not give advantage for flanking. I can give you a +2 to your attack roll for flanking.
Ooh,
How does that sound?
I would appreciate that.
Yeah,
I
and,
was
and it will go up
expecting-
by 1 for. Actually, you'll get a +3 because you have two people on the same creature as you.
Oh, sweet. That's 16 to hit.
That does hit.
And because I've been kicking with it, I'm probably have it. I've got it with both my hands.
Okay.
So it's like stab, and then I
Yeah.
stick it in the ground and kick. Gosh, what's with the ones? That would be +4, 5.
How do you want to do this?
Yes, as it goes to turn, I actually pierce it with my spear. See that it looks like it's about to die, and then I plant my spear in the ground kind of in front of Kendall, since he's behind me as I pull it out, and I try to shift my weight and kick the one that's attacking him on the other side. So kind of use it to like
Beautiful.
leverage myself over him. I'm gonna attempt to do that. We're gonna see how that
Go ahead.
goes.
Let's see. You want to roll athletic or acrobatics?
Sure. I'm gonna try this one. Oh, that was really good. That was 19 plus plus 4 is 23.
You are able to do exactly as you want.
Yeah. That's so much fun. Okay.
You
And
do
then
have
I
a
just-
bonus action, I think, because
Yes.
you didn't actually attack that second one or that first one
I
with
didn't.
your bonus action. So knock
so
it out.
I use this to launch my foot straight into the other spider. I should.
I'll give you advantage on the attack roll because that was fucking cool.
I just rolled an 18, but let's see if I roll. I didn't roll a natural 20, but I just
Okay.
rolled an 18 plus 4. Wait,
It hits. That hits.
plus 6.
Let's get some damage.
Yeah, damage is. Yeah, I finally rolled a 2, so 6 damage.
Awesome. This is the first time this creature has been injured, and it lets out another scream as well. Kendall.
Seeing my sister do that, I take a small running start and I yell, Salix, what do we call it? I'll just yell Kendall's cave, and she'll remember to kneel down and make her back as flat as possible, and I want to jump and use her back to get me to jump over her, and I want to stab both of my short swords onto the top of this spider.
Roll both of your attacks at the same time.
I am here for this.
This is fucking cool.
Oh, that's a natural 20 and a 13. Yes. So that's a
They both
24 and it's okay. So
you get
then,
to add one extra set of dice.
And then a D8 because of my planar warrior.
Actually, double your D8 as well.
Okay, so an extra. Do I have enough here with me? Yes, right here, right here. Oh, geez, I'm sorry. Okay, that's a lot.
How dare you take moments to roll your die? How dare you?
Alrighty, 6, 10, 11, 17, 20 total.
20 total?
20 total.
That's exactly how many hit points it had.
Yes.
How do you... I would ask you, how do you want to do this? What is this? Do you like... okay, would you like me to do this? Because I have an idea.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
You take a running leap, pressing off with one foot against Salix's back. You begin to flip over, and as you go over, you jam both of your swords into the sides of its neck. And you continue to flip. You yank your swords out and land 3-point landing on the other side of it. This spider falls to the ground, defeated. All right. You're out of combat.
Did you know sometimes they carry their young in clutches inside of their abdomens?
I look inside this, I look over to the spider that I just ripped open. I was like, well, not this one.
No, wait, I'm thinking of frogs.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not necessarily true. Though sometimes spiders actually do carry clutches of eggs on their backs. Some types. Anyways,
How big would that be?
yeah, how large are these spiders?
They're giant. They are considered
taking
large
up-
beasts. Yeah, they're
Are they taking up the entire?
You can get around them.
Like, okay. We should probably do something with these. They're gonna start rotting soon.
I mean, we
Before
don't
that
really
happens.
intend on. Yeah, we don't really intend on like living here. I think we can just
Do
let nature
we?
take its course here.
It is pretty cold too. I think they'll stay.
Okay, well, we should continue moving, but we should probably move them out of the way so that when we come back, if we're running, we can run clear.
That does make sense.
Okay.
I actually start shaking off my my short swords with the to get the spider's ichor or juices off of it, and then I hold both the short swords with one hand and I use my other hand to just kind of do this, and I cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
And again, this greenish, blackish, like smoke comes and fills like my arm, and it like soaks into my neck, and where that spider bit me, I just feel a little better.
I am staring at you.
I am desperately pushing on the spider body to try and shove it to the side of the cave while this is happening.
I just see
I will
Devereaux
help
with
them out with
one
that.
with their feet pushed against one side and just like pushing with their little body against the spider. Yeah, it's between the two of you. You can move these spiders out of the way to the side.
Kendall, what was that?
What was what?
What's this green smoke?
What green smoke?
The green and black smoke, and there's what's you
What?
just healed yourself?
I did? And I'll kind of like look over. Oh, wow. I guess not that. Wait, how did I do feel better, but look, there's still like something here. I'm not bleeding or anything. I was just rubbing my neck. I didn't. You saw something?
I continue walking into the cave.
Okay.
Spear held low. I don't say another word.
Yeah, you're right. We don't have a lot of time to just sit around and talk.
You continue on into this cavernous labyrinth. And this is where your first choice appears. There are 3 paths. 1 forward and 2 to the side.
Left.
Hold on, Dev.
Go left.
I look to the left and I want to see. Actually, I mean, I want to look at all options and see if I can see like fresh footprints or drag marks or just anything that will give me an indication of what may be the best way to go.
Roll either perception or survival.
I'm gonna go with survival.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh no.
Does Dev even have dark vision?
It's an 18 total.
That's a great point.
Okay. You do see some drag marks in the dirt that has made its way in here over time. The dirt, the dust, the foliage, and there are drag marks through to the middle path straight ahead.
Well, you were close, Dev. Let's go this way though.
Which way?
And I lift up my short sword to point into the middle.
Dev cannot see you.
Well,
I don't think Kendall realizes that.
I don't think you would either. Right this way.
Would not.
And then I start walking away from Dev.
Fuzzy,
Towards the
he
middle.
can't. They can't.
Just a
They
moment.
can't.
I pull a torch out of my pack.
I will druid craft a spark onto it.
Yeah. Easy enough. Whoosh. You have a torch.
I could have done that.
And then you
Thank
see me
you.
standing, looking right at you with my short sword like this.
It's nothing.
Okay.
Okay. I'll stay in the back so that the fire lights up all of your shadows in front of us. Right? I don't know.
Sure, whatever's best for you, Dev.
Hard for you to see though, even with the torch.
I'm good. I'll just stay in the back.
Okay.
It's up to you, Dev. And I start walking down the middle.
Very good.
I will follow.
Kiri, are you going third?
Yeah,
Okay.
but like closer to Dev as a third.
Okay. What are you all looking like as you walk down this corridor? Salix?
I have kind of a set to my face, a bit of a grim determination. My spear's held low, and I'm moving probably about as fast as Kendall is in front of me, because obviously he's in front of me. But just trying to be quiet.
Okay. Kendall?
I'm just taking not slow, but just sure and deliberate steps. The front of my foot first, and then to my heel to just try to be as quiet as possible, knowing that it's probably not stealthing isn't my forte so much, but tall and with my shoulders back and my short swords both at my side ready, just walking surely but slowly.
Okay. Kiri?
I'm keenly aware that I'm clanking right down into this hole, so I'm giving them a good bit of distance up ahead. Definitely walking like shield first for sure. And I don't know if Dev and Kiri have ever gone spelunking before, so I don't know if this is something that they have figured out as far as dark vision and like navigating through the night and stuff, but Kiri will either extend one hand back to kind of like hold Dev's hand and lead them further, or if that is not something Dev wants to do, I will hold my war hand.
So is the torch still lit or is it out?
I've got the torch lit. I've kind of got it held out and over to the side, and yeah, I'll take a guiding hand as well as we're moving forward. But as we're kind of walking, and I'm not really being stealthy so much as I'm just kind of like enjoying the sights because I've never been spelunking before. So, oh man, look at those! Oh, look at the mushrooms! Oh, ooh, how old do you think those bones are? Oh, there's a lot of dirt down here, isn't there? Man. And I'm just kind of whispering to Kiri as we're walking at the rear of the line.
Okay. About 3 minutes after you are creeping along this darkened corridor, it suddenly begins to open up into a very large cavern, maybe 100 feet tall, 100 feet wide. Stalactites hang from the ceiling, dripping water. You see in this room are approximately 8 humanoid figures. They are in the very far in the back of it. Those of you with dark vision, I guess, say Lix and Kindle. There are torches in here, so it's lit around. You see in the far back is something painted on the wall. It is in the shape of an eye. And this eye is almost menacing, as it has markings coming off of the top and down the bottom. Its pupil is just a slit with a lid. I will post a picture of the image in the Discord, friends. Booyah. This seems to be painted in a shimmering liquid, dark shimmering liquid. Salix, you would probably recognize it pretty quickly as blood. Now, hanging from the ceiling is a familiar figure to all of you. It is Sura. She is hanging, bound around her shoulders. Her hands and feet are tied as well. Her dark black hair hangs down in the loose waves down to her shoulders. She seems to be in some sort of she's dressed fairly normally the last time you saw her. Standing underneath her and just to the side is a young man, maybe in his 30s, who stands average height, average build, human. He wears an eye patch over his left eye. He reads from a book, and the other 6 humanoids are standing around. You see underneath, as you can pretty much all see this, underneath Sura is a pentacle, a diagram of sorts, and it is glowing faintly. You also see that Sura has been roughed up. There is blood coming from a wound on her head. She looks like she might have a black eye. And there is also a fresh wound in her side that appears to be bleeding very freely. So as you come up on this, I need everybody to make a stealth check.
Alrighty. That's a 21 total.
Okay. Natural 20, Salix?
Yes.
Kiri?
On disadvantage, I rolled an 18 and a 19, so that is a 17 total.
Damn. Okay. Devereaux.
8.
Okay. You succeed on this group check, luckily. Devereaux, you are still kind of talking as you come up and you look around and the words fall from your lips as you glance at this dark scene in front of you.
So I don't know if anybody in the party is looking at Kendall. I know he's at the front, or I'm at the front. But seeing this, I stand up straighter, and I drop both my short swords at my side, and I start breathing slower, and I pull out my longbow. And from everything that you've described, for some reason, I'm fixated on the one with the book. And with my short breaths, I breathe in again with this black and green smoke, and then I pull an arrow out, and I put it into my bow, and I pull it back, and then my eyes emit that same smoke, and I just say, "You son of a bitch," and I get ready to let go of the arrow.
I will say
Go
that
ahead, Kit.
Felix is directly behind him, essentially, and as she essentially just, I mirror his movements, but I will wait to shoot.
With
Kiri.
that, I had cast a hunter's mark.
Very good. Kiri? You're muted, I think. Kiri, what are you doing?
Assuming that I'm like relatively in line with Kendall and Salix, is there any natural like choke points between here and the people, or is it just like pretty much a big open space?
Wide open cavern.
All right, then I guess I'm just sort of getting ready to make a run for it as soon as the arrows start flying and people notice something's wrong.
Okay. Devereaux, what are you doing?
Well, I will drop my torch, and seeing this grim picture, as well as taking a quick note and seeing everyone else getting ready to do something crazy and actiony, I'll draw my own bow and just kind of get ready to start shooting.
Okay. As Devereaux's torchlight becomes apparent, you gain the attention of these acolytes. You turn and look. They all look at you. They are all missing an eye. Their left eye. Their expressions darken as they turn to look at you. And you watch some of them begin to draw daggers. Others, arcane energy glows at their fingertips. And that's where we're going to take a really quick break.
You're so good at doing that to us. Okay.
Right?
We'll be right back.
Oh baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. The limit of love is endless, I know. Just do what you want with me. want your pandemonium. Oh baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. The limit of love is endless, I know. Just do what you want with me.
And we are back. Now, Kendall, would you like to start this off with your first shot?
Yes, I would.
Please roll.
I'm gonna use my advantage.
Your
So that's
last
the
one?
last one. Perfect. That's a 21 total.
That does hit.
So that's a 12 damage.
12 points of damage total?
Mm-hmm.
All right. This arrow goes flying from the entrance of the cavern, sailing over these cultists, and lands right in this priest's shoulder blade. The book falls, and he lets out a shout of frustration, of pain. Tell me again how many points of damage you took? 12?
Yeah, 12.
Okay.
Immediately after he loses his arrow, mine goes too.
To the same person?
Yes. He's obviously in charge.
Obviously. Make your attack roll.
Come on. Let's see. 6. That's a 17.
That does hit.
Ah, yes.
This priest appears to be in scale mail, made from some darkened, blackened material that is kind of hard to ascertain what it is right now.
And 9 piercing damage for that.
Okay. I need everybody to roll initiative for me again.
Initiative. 19.
Okay.
8.
Did anybody roll? Kiri?
5.
Deborah?
17.
Okay. Salix, you rolled an 8, right?
Yes.
And then last is Kiri. All right, we have Ken, the cultist, Deborah, priest, Salix, and then Kiri. Kendall, you are up first.
All right, yeah. I grab another arrow and I pull it back. As I slowly, I'll use maybe 10 or so feet to kind of start walking. Is everybody? I'm guessing we're on this ledge, or we're.
It's all a flat surface.
So, am I the one farthest to the left, and everybody's kind of to the right of me?
It's up to you,
lined
sure.
up?
Yeah, if you'd like that to be it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then I'll start actually strafing to my left. I'm not going to use all 35 feet. Maybe just about 5 to 10. I'll do 10 feet away from probably Salix, just to kind of start breaking up.
Sure. Sure.
Spreading us out. And as I do that, I pull out another arrow, and I shoot it at the same cultist or acolyte.
Okay. Make your attack roll.
That's a 16 this time.
That is exactly what you needed.
Okay.
Roll some damage.
That's only an 11 this time.
11 points of damage?
Mm-hmm.
All right. He's starting to look rough. Which brings us to the cultist's turn. 6 of these humanoids turn and begin to rush towards you. They are able to use, let's see, the first 3 rush at you and use their action and movement to get all the way to you, all 60 feet. So 1 in front of Salix, 1 in front of Devereaux, and 1 in front of Kiri. And that's their whole turn. The other 2 are going to take 30 feet, or the other 3 are going to take 30 foot steps in front of you. Whatever, y'all know what I mean. They're going to move 30 feet forward, and they are going to raise their hands. And they are each going to cast Ray of Sickness. That's 3 ranged spell attacks. The first one is on Kendall. That's a natural 2. The second one is on Salix. That's going to be a 19 plus 3. And then the third is on Kiri. Oh, that's a natural 13 plus 3. 16. Does that hit? All right. I need Salix to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
That would be a 18.
That's a success. You are only going to take half damage. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 15. Half of 15 is going to be 8. 8 points of poison damage. You are not poisoned until the end of your next turn.
Sweet.
All right. That is the cultist's turn. Devereaux, you are up. You do have 1 cultist on you.
Oh, come on. You're blocking my shot. No fair. All right. I'm going to drop my bow, pull
Okay.
out my sword.
Yeah.
I'm so put off by this guy, and I'm gonna short sword at him.
Short sword at him.
Yeah. Is that what a fighter does?
I mean, maybe.
They short sword at someone? Oof. I don't think 10 is gonna be very good.
Unfortunately, that does not hit.
Would
They are dodged right out of the way of your strike.
I be able to use my inspiration to roll an extra dice on that?
You certainly
Is that
can.
how
You
that
can either,
works?
yeah. My inspiration, you can either add a D10 to your roll or do it in a reroll entirely.
Oh man.
Statistically
I'll
speaking,
go-
the D10 is going to be better, but
Yeah, I'll pick the D10.
okay.
I like that. Oh, this is a 12 hit.
Yes, it does.
All right. Ooh, 7 damage.
Ooh.
And I slash. How tall are these guys?
This one that's on you is male, and they are human-ish, so around 5'10", 5'11".
Okay, well, I draw it straight across, which would probably be about waist height, and I just say, "Get out of my way!" And this is for making Kendall sad, and give him a good slash.
Okay. You are able to do so. Any bonus actions or anything?
I suppose I could do. Yeah, you know what? I'll use my bonus action for my second attack, my action surge, and I'll attack this one again, because why not?
Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Action Surge.
Action surge for a 14, 16. So
That hits.
another 7 damage.
How do you want to do this?
So I do 2 quick strikes in succession. First one across, and then second one I just kind of whirl around behind and clip them in the tendons, and they just kind of flop down,
Oh yeah, they do. Very good. Very nice.
and I'm done.
All right. That's gonna bring us to the priest. Now. As they have taken quite a bit of damage, this priest you watch begins to mutter incantations across his hands. He opens his mouth, and a stream of insects come flying out of him. A massive insect plague, a 20-foot radius sphere, fills the area right in front of you all. So with my beautiful map, you can see it's right there in front of y'all. Yeah. And he is going to have this insect plague actually appear on. It's going to appear on Salix and Devereaux. I need nothing from you yet, but we'll get to you whenever it's your turn. Which it is actually Salix's turn now. Salix, please make another Constitution saving throw. As these insects begin to flutter and buzz around you, you can feel their talons, their stingers, pulling at your clothes and tearing at your skin.
14.
That's a failure, unfortunately. You're gonna take 4d10 piercing damage.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. 1, 2. What is a d10 anyway? Here we go. That's only 3. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Plus 10 is. What did I just say? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Plus 10 is 22 points of slashing damage.
I am down.
Kendall, you watch as your sister falls next to this, within this mass of actually, she's slightly obscured, so you might have a hard time seeing it. Devereaux, I need a Constitution saving throw.
This is a 16.
That's a failure.
Ooh. Okay.
You're gonna take 22 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Ah, what kind of bugs are these?
I don't know. What kind of bugs are they? What do they look
they're-
like to Devereaux?
Ooh.
They're
just
slashy bugs.
Slashy bugs. They're just like a bunch of giant beetles with apparently wings made of glass because
Yes.
ow.
Yes, exactly. A lot of you hear from this cultist, he calls out to, or from this priest, he calls out to his cultist, you have to protect the air at all costs. Nothing happens to the descendant. Which will bring us to Salix, the rest of your turn. I'm not going to make you roll a death save because this was the beginning of your turn. But I love
Okay.
you.
Fun.
Kiri,
I have nothing.
Kiri, it's your turn. By the way, cool jacket.
Oh, thank you.
If you like our
Advertising.
merch, you can purchase the merch in the merch store.
How far is the priest from me?
About 60 feet, and there is one cultist on you.
Fuck that guy. I am going to face step right past him. So Kiri just discorporates into a cloud of these bright, happy butterflies, and sort of reforms themselves. 30 feet forward, I will use my movement to go 30 feet forward right up into this guy's face, and I will attack. If I don't hit it first time around, can I use the advantage after I roll, or do I have to declare that first time?
You can roll and then see what you got, and then roll again if you don't think it'll hit. But you can't know the outcome before you
Sure,
take your
that
advantage.
makes sense. That'll work. That's a 16.
That's what you, yep.
All right, and 16 plus, and I'll go for a smite this time around. So that'll be. I never remember smite damage. I'm a terrible paladin.
It's 2d8.
2d8. Okay, sure. So
Fellowship of the
3d8.
Table has given us. Hold on. Salix, you have
What's my
advantage.
modifier?
It should tell you right on the
19.
19 points
Yeah,
of
19
damage.
total damage.
What
Yes.
does this look like?
Yeah, it was it.
What does this look like for you, Kiri?
Well, I've got a running start, so I imagine it's a very simple and effective charge, and then just a leaping slam.
Your axe comes down right on their their scale mail, cracking what you now see to be. It looks like it's made out of the same things that the spiders were made of. It looks like made of giant spider's exoskeleton, and it cracks, and you feel your
I'm
warhammer.
concerned.
Yeah, your warhammer break into their collarbone, and he drops to one knee. He is bad. He's in a bad way.
All right. Yep, that's all I got. Action, bonus action, and movement.
Curious. Can't Kendall.
Okay, so I just saw my sister engulfed in these bugs, right? So
Yeah.
would I be able to see through the bugs to see her fall, or
Yes, you would know.
Do the bugs stay up? Is that
They
concentration?
stay
or
up.
not?
Oh.
Okay.
Hold on. That's a concentration spell.
Yes! I forgot. That was the whole reason I did that.
Haha. Plus Constitution is a +1. 12, 13. What's half the damage of 19? 10?
10, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
They maintain concentration, unfortunately.
Ooh. I tried.
You watch as the insects flicker for just a moment. It was a very close call.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit and think because Kendall wouldn't. So, I lower my bow and I start sprinting towards Salix, and I yell out Salix, and then after I yell her name and I take a deep breath in, I breathe in more of this green and black smoke, and you can start seeing it to engulf both of my arms. And I get close, and I'm going to go into this thing, into this cloud of bugs. I'm gonna drop my bow, and I'm gonna pick her up with both of my arms, and immediately the smoke is gonna soak into my sister, and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on her as I try to get her out of this.
Okay, make a Constitution saving throw.
Well, I got a +0, but it's a 16.
That's a fail. I gotta reroll. Hold on. 1.
Should I roll for the Cure Wounds on Salix
Yes,
first?
please.
Okay. 7.
Okay. Salix, you are conscious. Oh, fuck. I'm so sorry, Kendall. 6. 9 is 15 plus 7. 15 plus 7.
15 plus 7 already.
23 and then 31
Yeah,
points of damage. Kendall, these creatures begin to, as if they have some sort of sentience about them and understand that you are taking something away from them, immediately rush toward you, and you are able to, because that was a cool idea, you are able to get Salix out, and I'm assuming you're unconscious.
Yep.
You fall unconscious, and Salix rolls out of your arms, just outside of the range of the spell. That brings us to the cultist's turn. There are still 2. There was 1 on Salix and 1 on Kiri. Both of those are no longer available. They're going to turn on you, Devereaux. And they're each going to
Are they in the insect swarm?
Can we talk about this?
You're not wrong. They need to make Constitution saving throws too. It's a natural 20 and an 8. 1 is going to drop dead immediately. Absolutely just taken aback by this sudden influx of this plague that was apparently cast without even consideration for these cultists. Actually, depending on the roll, they might both go down. Hold on, let's check it. 1 and 2.
Workplace hazard.
Yep. Yeah, they both drop.
Cultists. They're so disposable these days.
There's still 3 left, and these are the casters, and they're standing halfway between you and the priest, between Kendall, Salix, and Devereaux and the priest. Kiri's on the other side of them. They are going to move forward onto you, Devereaux. They're going to come around, and they're going to... What's the range on this really quick before I do this? It's 10 feet. So they're going to come just outside of this, and they're going to make an attack roll against you. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw against this cantrip. Devereaux.
17?
That's a success. So nothing happens. They reach their hands out to you, and you watch this poison spray emit from their fingertips, and it is lost entirely in the insect void. All right, so they are all up in your space. They are hovering just outside of this cloud that has Kendall. Salix, and Devereaux. Devereaux, did you move out of the cloud? Oh, that was supposed to be on your turn. Yep, that's supposed to be on your turn. We'll skip that part of the beginning of your turn. So yeah, it's fine. So they're hovering just outside of this cloud. Okay. Kendall, you have advantage. Now, this brings us to Devereaux.
Okay, was I supposed to roll that save on my turn?
Yeah, but we'll just count it as it happened now. So you still took that damage.
Oh, okay, cool. So lots of bugs.
Yep.
I grab my bow with my other free hand because I had dropped it, and I just try and run sideways out of the insects, not towards the waiting cultists, because that just feels like a really bad idea.
Sure it does.
When I get out, I would like to knock an arrow, and I'd like to shoot at the guy that's the big bad that cast the spell that's near Kiri.
All right, please make an attack roll.
As I knock the arrow, I say, Kiri, to the left, and I shoot. And I hope that natural 17 will hit.
It will hit.
Oof. As I'm going to do pretty minimal damage, but that is going to still be 4 damage.
All right, they still have to make a Constitution saving throw. The insect plague disappears into dust and ash.
And seeing the insects vanish, I would like to use my bonus action to take a second wind and recover some hit points.
Please do. While you do that...
11.
Okay. Nice! Damn, fighters are dope. Okay. Kenda... Nope. The priest's turn. He sees that basically Salix and Kendall and his eyes are both down. He is going to... You watch as he places his hand on his own chest and takes in a deep breath. He has cast Cure Wounds on himself. Alright, while he does this, Nope, Salix, you're up.
Okay. Still, I kind of... Was I deposited on my feet or just kind of pushed out of the...
You were kind of pushed out of the...
Okay. Still on the ground, I see my brother just out of arm's reach, and I whisper, Kendall, get up! And I cast Healing Word.
Bonus action. Roll your
Yes,
D4.
as my bonus action. And you get... Hey, max hit points back. You get 8 hit points.
Kendall, you're conscious again.
Yes. And then I will grab the bow that is, I assume, right next to both of us, really, because I dropped my bow, he dropped his. There's a bow down there. I pick up one of the bows and stand up and try to shoot an arrow at the head honcho. Natural freaking 20!
Yes.
Okay. And I always forgot 2d8 or just double 1d8.
Either way, whichever. If you roll 2d8, the bell curve is higher.
That's true. I also just like rolling
Rolling
lots
more
of
dice. Yeah.
Oh, that's 8. Plus wrong area of my street. Plus 4. 12
All
piercing
right.
damage.
All right. You are able to take off a piece of his armor on his shoulder. He's looking pretty rough. Kiri.
And that is my turn.
Yeah. Kiri.
Ooh, actually.
Actually,
Can I move slightly?
you certainly can.
I would like to move so I am not next to any of the rest of the party if I can. I'm trying to spread us out more.
Okay, so yeah, you've got Devereaux and Kendall on either side of you, and then 3 cultists in front of you. So you just want to kind of like move towards the center, or do you want to move back into the cavern?
I guess I just don't want to be right next to anybody,
Okay.
really.
Certainly.
Just kind of spreading out a little bit.
Okay.
I can ranged attack.
That's gonna bring us to Kiri.
Well, you know, what I tried last time seemed pretty effective, so I'm gonna go for that again.
Uh-huh.
Ew, I'm gonna use an advantage on that. Shit.
Yeah, you've got... Oh, I will say you can use all 3 of your advantages for an insta crit if you want.
I will do that.
Beautiful. And you double your dice on your Divine Smite, too.
Yes, yeah, so that's exactly what I was going for. Ooh. Shit, motherfucker.
I don't know if those are good noises or bad noises. We're gonna find out.
33 points of damage. No, 36 press on my modifier. 36 points of damage.
How do you want to do this? Oh.
I'm going to observe that this person elected to stand right in front of me and like cure wounds themselves rather than like Misty step out of here or do anything. And I'm gonna like just cock my head curiously at them like, huh, you're brave. I'm gonna hit him once in the face with the shield and then come around on the other side with the warhammer and just take him out from the side.
Easy enough. He falls to the ground. These 3 cultists are left. Now, here's what they are going to do. They are after Kendall will have a turn, and then they are gonna run, seeing their leader fall. What would y'all like to do about that, if anything?
Would it be technically my turn then? So
It would, yeah.
Okay, so I'd like to take my turn.
Okay.
On the floor after getting healed by my sister. I'll take a deep breath and I'll roll over and grab the bow that I dropped, and then simultaneously pull out an arrow, knock it, and then on one of my knees let it go. As I choose somebody, the closest person to me, I'll choose them as with my bonus action with Planar Warrior.
Okay.
And as I'm pulling my arrow towards my bow, the magic and the energy around me, the green and black smoke, engulfs into my arms and then gets into my bow, into my arrow, and I let it go, and the arrow flies towards the person that I shoot it at, leaving this green and black smoke in its trail.
Make your attack roll.
That's a 16.
That will hit.
22.
That will hit.
Okay.
They're in leather armor.
And with it's an extra D8. Where'd it go? 6, 12, 14 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Are they already running away?
They're already they're about to start running away. You can tell that.
Okay, yeah. I aimed for the empty eye socket.
Ah. With a sickening crunch through their skull, and then a low thud, this cultist hits the ground.
How far? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say, on their turn, the cultists will begin to run out, and they'll be able to make it 60 feet. They will rush They will be able to get around you, Salix and Devereaux, as you without provoking attacks of opportunity. Would anybody like to do anything to pursue them, or are you going to let them go?
If
I,
I'm right.
Devereaux would be next.
I did want to use my the rest of my speed, whatever I could, to kind of start chasing after him.
Okay, sure. Yeah. You can get 15 feet with half your movement from standing up prone. Devereaux, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna shoot a bursting arrow at them.
Do it.
I pick one of them. I don't know. It doesn't matter. They're all getting shot in the back. And knock my arrow. Think about the little instructions that were in the little manual I was given.
Mm-hmm.
Whisper a little bit of Elvish incantation at the arrow, and with a streak of strange whispers, it just kind of skewers through the air. And I rolled 14 on the dice, so that hits. The arrow hits this guy in the back, this cultist in the back, and for a moment it looks like that's all it does. The arrow itself does 7 damage, and then it just explodes after a couple seconds, and everyone's going to take 2d6 damage in 10 feet of them as well.
Okay.
The cultist I shot takes another 7,
Mm-hmm.
and then the one with them takes average 7 as well.
The cultists that you shot, a huge chunk is blown out of their side, and they fall flat on the ground as well. The last one is still up and running. Salix, you're up next.
Well, hopefully they won't be running for long, because standing up, seeing them pass, I immediately started concentrating on the land around me, because we are in a cave after all.
Mm-hmm.
And the vines on my arms start to light up as I extend them towards the fleeing cultist. And it's almost like the vines from my arms grow up out of the ground as I cast Entangle.
Dex save?
It is a strength save.
Fail.
Alrighty. So it is restrained.
They're restrained.
Yep. For a minute. Or until I lose concentration.
Okay. Let me go! Let me go! Let me go! I'm sorry! Let me go! Just let me go! Would you like to stay in initiative?
I'm just going to essentially hold them and say, Kendall, what do you think? Anyone want to tie him up? We can question him.
We should probably, and I point to the suspended victim, take care of her first.
Well, this only lasts about a minute, so she'll hang in there. No offense, Sura.
She's unconscious.
Oof.
You know what? I'll use my bonus action. Sura, you're gonna be okay. I absolutely promise, and I'm casting Healing Word on you right now.
Roll for it.
I'm gonna go over to where I dropped my short swords, kind of at the entrance of this cave, and I'll grab both of them and I'll run over to see if I can cut Sura down.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to do that pretty quickly.
That will be 6 healing.
Okay.
And if that's the case, then she gets down. I will follow that up with expending. I don't know how much HP she has, but I will expend up to 15 hit points to bring her up to her maximum.
Make a medicine check.
Sure. At disadvantage because I'm exhausted. Yeah, that's bad. Ooh, that's even worse. That's a 6 total.
She doesn't seem to be responding.
Ooh, that's bad.
Somebody is tying up this cultist, I'm assuming. Devereaux, make a sleight of hand check for me.
Oh, okay.
He is struggling and squirming against this entanglement, but he is not able to escape.
Ooh, sleight of hand. How's a 7 do it?
You feels pretty tied up to you.
Yeah. just like they taught me how to yoke up the ox in the field.
Oh. So he's tied securely?
Oh, seems
He
like it.
looks pretty secure.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is my best knot.
I'll let it drop then.
The cultist drops to his knees. His head hangs low. He's got dark, like black hair that's shaggy and kind of hangs in front of his face. Looking defeated.
We'll approach, still cautious, and start trying to disarm and like take any spell components or any weapons I can find on them.
You don't find any weapons on him. You do find a necklace that has an eye, just like the one on the wall.
I'll take that.
Is Sura like down now? Do I have her?
You are able to pull Sura down from the ceiling, and even as you unwrap the ropes that are holding her tight, and Kiri lays on hands with their typical kind of drop in temperature healing. Even so, she does not. Well, hold on. Would you like to do? Are you okay? Hold on, Kiri. Are you just trying to heal her, or would you like to expend more, like to try and what does it laying? Is it laying 5 hit points on them? Does it? What does it cure?
So what I said is that I wanted to expend up to my maximum in order to bring her back up to full. So I was fully prepared to blow it all on hit points.
That's what that's what happens.
Yeah.
She does not seem responsive.
I mean, can I check to see if she's still breathing or she still has a heartbeat?
Make a medicine check.
17 total.
Okay. She does have a heartbeat. It's very slow. You, with that medicine check, would see puncture marks on her neck from the same that you had. She's paralyzed.
Okay.
And poisoned.
I kind of like lay her down slowly and leave her hands at her side and use my hand on the back of her neck to kind of lay her head down on the floor lightly. And I get more of this hard, stonish look on my face, kind of expressionless. And I get up and I reach into one of my satchels, or one of my side bags, and I pull out some rope and I start walking towards this acolyte, and with an intent to tie him up specifically, to have almost like a collar around his neck. Okay. So there's rope where I can hold on to them, almost like a short leash.
Sure, they are already tied up by. He's already tied up by Deborah, so all you would have to do is do the one around his neck.
Okay, so I'll do that, and then I pull out one of my short swords, and I pull it up to his neck. I think we need some answers from you.
Devereaux, did you tie their hands his hands in front of or behind their back? Pick.
In front.
Okay, he's got his hands behind. Look, I didn't do anything to her. They had a spider bite her and paralyze her. There's nothing I can do.
Who's they? Who are you?
Would you like to roll persuasion?
Yes, I would. 14 total.
Okay. My name is Amos. And he looks at the priest on the floor, was Ralston. That's all he says.
Why are you even here?
He just shakes his head.
I slide the edge of my blade on his neck a little bit to pull a little bit of blood.
As he does this, I start to rifle through all the clothes of the rest of the fallen ones to see if I can get any clues on what they were doing.
Make an
I was gonna
investigation
say.
check. Go ahead, Kiri.
Can I take a look at the priest as well?
Yeah, both of you make investigation checks.
Can I recognize the symbol?
You can make a religion check.
Hey, that's better.
What'd you get, Salix?
15.
What'd you get, Kiri?
I did bad on disadvantage. I got a 3 and a 1.
Kiri, as this battle comes to an end, all you can think about is the bloodshed that just happened in front of you. This is the first time you've killed humans. Maybe ever. And as you look down at their bodies, you see the destruction that you did to them as opposed to the kind of work that you did in the war. You go pale. Your hands tremor. Salix, you are able to scour through the clothing of these cultists. Now that you get a better look at them, they are wearing dark brown, dark red, dark blue, dark black robes, leather armor. Each of them has a dagger or two, and they each wear a pendant, just like the one on the first one. They're all a little different, though. Maybe they didn't get them from the same place, but they all have the same iconography on them.
Would I recognize any of this?
You can make a religion check. Deborah, what did you get on your religion check?
11.
You don't recognize it.
Oh, I'm going to use my other reroll.
Okay.
I think that's my last one. Hey, that's better.
I show you having two.
Yeah, I just used one for the
Okay,
investigation check, and then one for the religion. That gives me a 19.
You've heard of the Whispered One. You learned about him in your time at the temple. The Whispered One is a god of secrets, of undead. You know, with that role, you would know that they are the antithesis of Ayun. And that his cultists can be pretty brutal. In search of power, in search of trying to please their master. You know that their sacrifices often require blood.
Realizing this and remembering that, I'll say, Kendall, don't draw any blood. Not if you can help it.
I can help it. And I'll put my short sword away.
And then I will start looking at the ritual to see if I can determine what they were doing.
That would be an Arcana check.
Ooh, that was a natural 19. 20!
Okay. You're not proficient in Arcana, are you?
No.
Okay. You do have you might not have an understanding of the arcane, but you do know magic. A little bit. Especially the things that your parents have taught you. You notice that this pentagram was drawn in blood. And it's very fresh. Remind me of the languages that you speak, please.
I've got Common, Druidic, Elvish, and Primordial.
Okay. This looks a bit like Elvish, if I'm not correct. Hold on. Let me just check. I think this looks, to you, this might look a bit like Elvish, but maybe, Nope. It doesn't look familiar. Never mind.
Okay.
But you kind of are able to walk around it and look and take it in, and the magic seems to be some sort of transportation of something, some sort of broadcast. Maybe somewhere
I
between
tug-
a location and or somewhere between something that is trying to locate something and something that is trying to convey something.
I tug on the leash, or this makeshift leash that I have on this acolyte, and I say, and I tug on it real hard actually from behind, so it kind of chokes him.
Yeah, and he
With my
staggers backwards.
knee on his back, yeah. And I say, what were you even doing here? What is this?
It's none of your fucking business.
I pull on it harder. I was like, I think it may be now, and I pull on it really hard so that he can't talk, and then after a while let go, to give him a chance.
He looks up at you. One eye, the other behind it, an eye patch. He raises a hand, pushes away the eye patch, and you see where an eye would be is an empty socket. Scars, slices all around it. He looks up at you. You don't scare me. But you can kill me if you want. There's nothing you can do to me I haven't already done to myself.
I want to. I don't have any blunt weapons.
I will say,
Maybe-
like about the blood thing. It's not about just drawing blood in general. It's more of like the sacrifices that they make are often made in blood.
I think I'll pull. What I'll do is I'm going to. Then I'll just say then you're no use to me right now, and I'll tug on that rope with my knee in his back, to kind of choke him out until he passes out.
Easy to do.
I may have missed it, but did anybody go? Oh, never mind. I didn't miss it. So I'll kind of drag him over, where he's in sight, and then I'll go next to Sura, and I'll pick up her neck again, and I kind of have her in my lap, standing or sitting up, kind of inspecting her to see if there's anything that I can do.
Okay.
Kendall, I walk over as you're doing this, I'm following behind you, and when you settle in, I look at you and say, what's wrong with her?
I don't know, Deb. She can't move.
Do I hear this?
Sure.
She's probably paralyzed or something. Glancing at that bite on her neck.
Then maybe we should get her to somebody who can help. And I'll slip my other arm under her legs, and have her other arm or her head in my arm over here, and I'll stand up, picking her up, and I'll say, I don't know what we should do with him, but I'm gonna head back with Sura.
Lots of poisons that paralyze and things like that do wear off after a little while, if the victim hasn't been killed already. But I'm pretty sure that she'll survive.
That's good.
I'll scoop up the book that the big guy had.
Okay.
We've already stolen a couple books, so what's one more?
So I can't really tell what exactly they were doing here.
Maybe the book will tell us.
True. They did say something about protect the air,
I look at the book.
and it looks like it's somewhere between a like ritual to send a message, or maybe some sort of summoning almost, but not quite exactly. This isn't my flavor of magic, but
sure did send a message. I'm gonna just be looking at the book as I'm walking out, just ignoring everything else at this point because whatever.
Will you make an intelligence check for me, Devereaux?
Can I? That will be an 18.
Okay. You know books! You're able to skim through this one pretty quickly and you get a very easy idea of what this is. This is a ritual book. I don't want to say dark rituals for beginners, but a bit like that. It's got a lot of infernal translations. The first half of the book is summoning. You can learn it kind of talks about summoning devils, summoning fiends, summoning devils, and then demons, and how to keep them. The second half is there are rituals about knowledge. You see a ritual about hiding knowledge. You see a ritual about sending information over planes. And as with that 18, I would say you would probably recognize some of the sigils from the summoning, like sending information over planes, as some of the symbols that are on the floor of this cave.
Neat. I'm just kind of idly reading this out loud to anyone who bothers to listen to me as I'm just like reading and walking and just reciting what I'm noticing and pointing out that, oh yeah, it was just like what they were doing in the floor in there. And this book is an easy read, and I would love to sit and read more of it later. But for now, and I shove it in my bag, I should probably just stow it away.
Okay.
And I think Kendall needs a little more support.
Kiri, what are you doing? Are you still in shock?
Pretty much. Is everyone leaving at this point?
That's a good question. Are you Kendall, you stood up to leave. Do you go after what Salix says?
Yeah, I'm still carrying Sura in my arms and just slowly walking towards the entrance.
Salix focused on the room. If I notice that Kiri isn't moving or going anywhere, just definitely not okay, I will of course go say, I kind of go up in front of them and, are you okay, Kiri?
I don't think so.
Let's leave this place. Do you want to talk about it? I tentatively reach a hand out towards you.
Sure. I kind of like get up past it, like not even like processing it quite. My warhammer and shield are just somewhere on the ground in front of me. Quite frankly, it doesn't matter. So I'll gather those.
Do you wanna go?
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay. Do you want to talk about it at all?
Maybe later. Maybe later.
Okay. Well, always here for you, friend. And I will hold my hand out and let you go ahead of me.
Yeah, and I'll head out following Kendall.
You will exit these dark caves into the light afternoon sun. breath of cold air hits you. Do you head back to Ilverness? Or would you like to stop along the way?
As soon as I get out of the cave, I do wait there with Sura in my arms, waiting to make sure that Salix makes it out, and I won't move, or I won't take another step until I see her.
In the light of day now, you can see Sura has suffered some other injuries, and her face is pale, gaunt. She looks very ragged, as if she's suffering a few levels of exhaustion.
I whisper to her, not necessarily for anybody else to hear, but I kind of whisper to her unconscious face, and I say, if you saw this, why didn't you say something? Why did you let me leave?
Salix comes up behind you, followed by Kiri and Devereaux. What would you like to do?
She's not looking very good. I see the tenderness that he's looking at her, and I put my hand on his shoulder. Fuzzy, I don't know what exactly happened between you two, but wolves can smell a lot of things. I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure she's okay.
Still looking at Sura's face, I mutter to Salix, "Thank you, Petals."
Kind of shoulder my way between the two of you. Not like butt in, but like behind and kind of poke in my head. And I look up to Salix. Salix, I know you can use plants for different types of remedies, but do you think if she got bit by something, we could use anything to help her? Do you have something?
I suppose the question is the breed of spiders that we were fighting. Have I seen them before? Would I know
Make a nature
of
check.
an antidote? Let's try this one. Been really well. Oh, that's not that great. Nature 14.
Yeah, you've seen these once or twice. You could try to concoct. Are you proficient in an herbalism kit?
Yes.
There we go. Yes, you can try and create an antitoxin if you'd like.
Okay, I will do that. I will.
You will have to
I'll
like to stop your walk and pull out all of your things and kind of take some time to do it. It'll take you about 20 minutes.
I'll actually turn to Dev and say, yeah, she's right, Dev. I've been bitten by spiders before. She knows what she's doing." And I'll stop and I'll let Salix do her thing, and I'll just be still holding Sura in my arms.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I smile down at Devin. I say, "That's a great idea. Thank you." And I start pulling open pouches and grabbing different herbs, and I take some from on my spear and a herb or two from my crown. To start making a paste. And yeah. Oh, that's a 16.
Okay.
Plus
Your wisdom.
herbalism is
It's
wisdom.
yeah, do wisdom and proficiency.
Oh, that would be a, where's my diversity? Gosh, what the heck. It's just the same. I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart right
It's okay.
now. I
What did
rolled
you-
a 16
Okay.
and my wisdom is 4.
Yes. And your proficiencies should be a +2.
Okay, yes.
Yep, it's a 22. Yep. No worries. No worries. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
No, trust me, I get you. You take this paste and place it on the bites on her neck. And at first it doesn't appear to be doing anything, but after about 2 minutes, Sura begins to stir. Kendall, as she does, she, without even opening her eyes, places her head on your shoulder and lets go of a long sigh. Thank you.
Continue packing my stuff and I don't say anything.
I stare at her for a little bit, and I'm just trying to find the words to tell her. Do they always have to happen the way you see it?
Sometimes. I've been an oracle all my life. Sometimes they happen, sometimes they don't. But I knew I would see you again. I suppose you have a lot of questions.
I think they can wait, as long as you're okay for now. And I kind of like bring her over to. I'm assuming there's trees around, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I just want to try to use one to help her prop her up against one of the trees so she can sit up straight.
Oh yeah. You see, there's just a bit of blood coming out of one of the corners of her cheeks, or of her mouth.
Yeah, I'll reach over and use my thumb to kind of wipe it off of her cheek.
She looks up at you, big green eyes. You stop the ritual.
What was I supposed to?
If you had not, then they would know where I was.
Who's they and who are you?
Roll persuasion with advantage.
20 total.
She gives you a smile. I told you my name is Sura. It is. I was born without a last name. And my father was born without a last name, but his father was born with the surname Massier.
Okay.
Kendall, you would know that is the royal line.
The what? I'm
The
sorry.
royal line.
Oh, the royal line.
Mm-hmm.
I see. So what are you doing traveling around telling fortunes for?
I am nowhere near qualified for a throne, nor do I want it. I grew up very in the desert of Iolan with nothing but a decanter of endless water and a bow.
You're not really made for the family business, are you? I guess I can relate to that.
My father was a bastard.
Well, I can't say I can relate to that. But
I had a vision when I was 10 of a battle here in San Maria, and I saw the enemy. He was beautiful, but terrible, and red robes, horns, a greyhound a hellhound that breathed smoke at his side. He was powerful and he was destroying everything. And I knew I had to try and stop it. When I got here, there was another war though. This rebellion. And the closer I got to it, the more my visions came. I'm just trying to figure out my life. I don't know what I'm doing.
I understand that more than well, I understand that.
I know you do.
Just go ahead and rest for now. How far away from the cave do you think we made it? Were you just outside, or
It's up to you. Up to you. You can decide.
I'd like to think that we kind of put a good amount of distance before we kind of made a small little camp here. And then I look at Sura and I kind of just rub my thumb across like her forehead and over her ear, and I say, just rest for now. I'll have to be back. And I'll get up and I'll walk over to Salix, and I'll start like inspecting her and checking her scratches and moving her hair around her ears and kind of like grabbing her shoulders. And are you okay?
Oh, Salix is beat the heck up. On a scale of arbitrary scale of 1 to 24, I'm currently looking like a 7. So Salix is just covered in bites, like those little insects that were biting her, just all over her faces. Normally it's freckles, and this time it's insect bites just all over her. She's not looking good. But I also have a very kind of guilty look on my face, and I will not make eye contact with you. I'm just like putting ointment on, random little bites to help irritation, and packing my stuff on, and just completely not looking at you.
I grab your hands to stop you from fidgeting, and then I kind of use the palm of my hand to wipe away some of your blood from one of your cheeks, and use that to put my hand around the back of your neck to kind of help you push you or pull you towards me into a hug. So that way your head is on my left side this way. And I'll just whisper, I couldn't do any of this without you. And then I'll turn that into like a good sturdy hug. And then I'll just also, as I'm exhaling, I'll just say, and I'm glad you're here with me.
I cling to you, and you swear you can hear a sob shaking slightly, but I don't answer.
It's going to be okay. It'll always be okay. And you and I will always make sure it'll be okay. And in all honesty, Kiri will make sure it's always okay. And I'm glad Dev's here, and you and Kiri, and my voice starts to crack a little bit. Just I hope leaving the Grove wasn't the biggest mistake I've ever made. And I hope taking you away from the Grove isn't... And then I don't finish the sentence. I'll let you go, and I kind of just
tighten around you.
Oh, okay. I try, but I can't. I tried to pull away, but you pulled me back in, so I go in for, I tighten you up some more too.
You never really belonged there. I knew that.
But you don't belong out here, and you're the one that's here with me.
I belong wherever you are.
I just take a deep breath, and I exhale it all into your curly hair, onto the back of your neck.
I let go and I step back.
I walk over to Kiri and Dev, and I just look at both of them and I say, I'm genuinely happy I met the both of you. I'm gonna go get us something to eat. Any requests, Dev?
Just whatever you can find is perfect.
I'll pull out my bow and I'll start walking through the trees to find something to eat.
It's not hard for you to forage for food, and you find a rabbit and some berries. While he's gone, Salix, Kiri, and Deborah, what are you doing?
I'm probably just going to check over Sura, see if there's anything I can do to at least just make her more comfortable, even if it's not like actually healing her at all. Just, ointment for any bug bites she has, or any balms. Get her a snack, some water. Just kind of chill.
As you are cleaning her up, she kind of opens her eyes. Thank you.
I just give her a sad smile. You're safe. We won't let anything happen to you. Nothing bad, at least.
As Salix tends to her, I kind of approach Kiri.
Devereaux.
Yeah.
As you approach Kiri, you notice something different. Kiri is looking off not really paying attention, and you see their freckles have gone. That's the first thing that you notice, actually, believe it or not. And then you look and you see that their hair is darker, almost black now. Their coat is white. Their armor is black. And their skin is pale. As you look at your friend, you see a pair of unfamiliar blue eyes staring back at you.
Kiri? I shift awkwardly. Are you like just sitting?
Yeah, pretty much.
Kiri, is that you?
Yeah.
What's going on? I almost didn't recognize you.
You're not the only one, but it wasn't supposed to be like this. You know, after I left home, I didn't intend on wandering someone else's home and killing people based on my idea of justice, based on I've done this enough and I didn't want to do it again. But here I am.
Well, we're here together this time. When I left home, I didn't think I'd be shooting people with arrows. Or running into enormous spiders, or getting my fortune told by strangers, but here I am. I walk over to you and I sit down next to you. I know you don't like to talk much about what's happened. And that's fine. But you don't have to keep it a secret. I pull out the picture again. We're best friends. And you can tell me anything, right? I'll be here to help you. It's okay. And I'll just put my arm around your shoulder and just sit next to you.
Jesus fucking Christ. I will, Carrie's probably crying too, as well as I am. I will lean my head on Dev's shoulder and just call it a night. Fucking hell.
Kendall, you come back.
I have a question.
Oh.
I didn't want to interrupt the scene.
Go ahead.
But was that conversation loud enough for me to hear? Okay.
I'm not hunting.
As I'm tending to Sura, there's a bit of some liquid pride going.
Sura reaches out to Salix and holds her hand out to your face, but kind of pauses a moment and waits for permission to touch you.
I nod slightly.
She gently wipes the tears from your face and says, "That one there has seen calamity. And I would know, because that's my domain. I'm an oracle of war."
That's not ominous at all.
Try living this life. Try living this life and trying to be a normal person.
I wouldn't even want to imagine it. I continue my work. Tending to the fire and just essentially just keeping as busy as possible. That's it.
Kendall, this is where you come back.
I kind of just walk back, not really saying anything, just like I have been all day, just making sure motions, and I lay down the rabbits and I lay down the berries all in a nice pile, and I start clearing some space and gathering, putting all the sticks, bundle of sticks that I put together, and I get ready, but I don't light it. I kind of just I wait for Salix to do it. Everything's just autopilot right now, just making camp.
Yep. As always, I immediately start in on skinning the rabbits and getting that ready while he's starting on the fire, and then when I see that the fire is ready, I will druidcraft a spark on some of the dry leaves at the bottom, and continue my rat skinning, preparing, or rabbit skinning, I should say. Rat skinning just kind of came out.
So the rest of you kind of like settle into this area. Kendall, you make, I'm assuming you, what is it called? Do the cook?
I skewered.
Wow.
Yeah, just it's my go-to.
Mhm.
As you know, I grab the meat and just in unison next to Salix, just grabbing the meat that she gives me and then cubing it up and skewering it on smaller sticks, getting them ready. And at this time, actually, I get some herbs that I see from Salix's satchel, and I just, without thinking, put them on top, with Dev's words echoing in the back about spices. And I go over to the fire and I stick the skewers into the ground close to the fire so they can start cooking.
Do you go check on Sura again?
I am continuously looking over at her. Right now I'm a little bit focusing more on helping Salix get everything ready. Yeah, because I'm on autopilot. I'm getting everything done, and Sarah's new, but Salix and I have done this a lot, so I'm just doing everything that Salix and I normally do until maybe afterwards. If there's time, then I'll go and sit next to Sura.
Sura kind of looks over her shoulder at you. I think she's going to pick you.
What was that? Oh, wait. What?
You did well back there.
Sometimes I'm not so sure.
You all are very strong.
Doesn't feel like it. At least I don't feel like it. But I want to for them. And I look at Camp, and I look at Salix, and I look at Kiri, and I look at Dev. Seeing the things that you see, I don't know if you know, but this wasn't what I was looking for, but this wasn't what I was looking for. These weren't the answers I was looking for, but it's what I have, and I'm happy to have it.
Well, I don't always know for certain. But I look at you and I see a warrior, a champion of good. These people, your family, they're going to need you. We all are going to need you.
Does it have to be me?
No, it doesn't. But if it is you, if she chooses you, I know that you will succeed. I know you will prevail. If it is you, you can be the one to determine your own fate. You'll get to say that we live. If it's someone else, then it's out of your hands.
I look down into my lap where my hands are, and I palms up, stretch them out, just stare at them for a while. Okay. There's not enough time to be so unsure.
And that is where we will end tonight's session. Y'all were amazing, first of all. Thank you to everybody watching. I want to give a special shout out to our sponsors, Campaign Coins. Check out our Twitter. Tomorrow morning I will be beginning a giveaway for Fate's Chosen's 60th session. And that will be announced on our Twitter. It'll also be announced on our Discord. If you're not in our Discord, please join us, where we can revel in the feels of this session, and you can give my players feedback about how they did. We always are looking for... I'm always looking for people to say more nice things about my players because they deserve it. Thank you to everybody in the chat tonight. Y'all have been very lovely and wonderful. We are going to go ahead and sign off. Before I forget though, I will do our warm fuzzies. They are Bel Chavez and Callan. Thank y'all so much for being supporters of our Patreon. Let's go ahead and do our sign-offs. Ren?
Me. Hi. I am Ren. I can be found on Twitter at Thorny Dryad. That is like a prickly bush. Tonight I had the privilege of playing Devereaux Thistlebrook, the plucky and delightful halfling fighter. Are we doing favorite moment this evening?
Yes,
as well?
please.
My favorite moment this afternoon is probably as sinister as it is when we traded one elf sibling for another in the cloud of killer bugs.
It wouldn't be a battle if they weren't dying for each other. Thank you, Ren. Who's next? Alex?
Sure. Hi, I'm Alex. I played Kiri. I had a blast. You can find me on Twitter at Axolotl Cure. At the moment, this is the only thing I'm really working on right now, as I just got back into a new semester at school. So that's fun. And let's see, favorite moment. I really liked Rage Mode Kendall. I thought that was great. Kendall has been such like honestly just such a joy throughout most of everything leading up into this. And so just seeing him go full on like beast mode was like, that was great. That was rad as fuck. So yeah.
Definitely. Thanks, Alex. Eris?
I'll go next. Yeah. Hi, I'm Eris Savad. I played Salix today. I know my name. It's been a long day. I'm your friendly, not quite neighborhood rainbow Stitch Witch. I make dice stuff, accessories, and whatnot. Because you're watching this channel, you can save 10% at my store if you use the code O4ABAY, like Camille is putting into the chat now, and that's at erisavad.com. I play a lot of different RPGs as well, and you can find basically everything I do on Twitter at eris_Savad. Yep, we'll go with that. That's me. Hi.
What was your favorite moment?
Oh yes, I loved Dev's drawing. I was literally squealing. I loved that. That was probably my favorite moment of the series so far.
Ren, take another inspiration for that clutch use of that drawing too.
Yeah. Yep. It was so good.
Thanks, Eris. And that brings us to our friendly neighborhood Juan Carlos.
Hey everyone, I'm Juan Carlos. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Sombrero. I run my own podcast, the Paradise Podcast. Actually, why not just?
It's yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
I just released a recap episode of about 18 episodes to get you all caught up, and then another episode for the new series. So if you don't want to spend 18 episodes getting caught up, there's one, and then you can go on from there. I do Kendall. I'm Kendall here. Aside from those two, I am working on another O4A project that will be ready for announcement soon. So if you forgot about our secret project, this is your reminder. And my favorite moment will have to mirror my make-believe sister here. Dev's amazing photo, and specifically the clutch use there at the end of the session. Perfect use of it. So it was great. So that's me.
Thanks, Juan Carlos. I'm your host and Dungeon Master, Camille. You can find me on Twitter at CamilleDoesDND. You You can also find the channel on Twitter at open4adventure. Give us a follow. If you can subscribe, if it's in your means, please do. If you can become a patron, please do. If it's within your means, like I said, you can help us make more amazing D&D content. Tomorrow I will be releasing another player interview. You can already check out Devereaux and Salix's player interviews on our Patreon. You can get those for just $1 a month. Yeah, there's an extra L in that. Oops, sorry guys. My favorite moment of the session was everything. No, that's a cop out. It's just hard to pick. I literally almost started crying whenever Devereaux pulled out that damn picture. Holy shiza. My players are incredible, and I absolutely would not trade them for anything. I'm going to give a special shout out. I already said thank you to our campaign coins. Special shout out to all of my players tonight. They were amazing. I think that's it.
Can I do one special shout out too?
Yeah.
Can I give a special shout out to everybody giving bits for advantage? Yes. Because we are always trading elves in combat, and without those advantages, I think it'd be a lot worse. So thank you so much, everyone, with those bits.
Yes. So many times have I gone down, and it would have been so much worse.
Yes, thank you so much. I always forget to do that. Okay. On that note, we are going to go do our call-outs. If you have not heard of call-outs, let me know in the Discord, and I will let you know what they are, because I think everybody should do them. Just a bit of decompression time for the players. And we love you all. We'll see you next week. Bye.